Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how to get injured in Jiu-Jitsu 101. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. I'm going to go ahead and state the obvious here and keep it short and sweet. Not tapping. If you don't tap during training, man, and you take an injury to the knee, the foot, the arm, or wherever, you're an idiot. You're stupid. You don't got a lot of lights on in the attic. You need to tap during training, dog. And I'm being harsh about it, but this is such like an easily like avoidable thing whenever you're training. Um, Sometimes it kind of goes down to like if you know if you're caught or not, but dude, if you know you're caught and you're like, maybe I can get out of it. No, don't do that. Get that voice out of your head, man. You want to be on the mat tomorrow, right? Okay, just tap. It's okay. I don't care if you're going with your gym rival or anything like that. You just need to tap. Uh, for uh, for like new people, for beginners, it's kind of just like the same thing. Like if you don't know what's going on, just tap early and tap often. It's part of the sport. It's gonna happen. You know, don't let that ego, take control because you want to win against a certain person. There's no winning in training, in my opinion. The only winning in training, in my opinion, is you got to work. You're able to train. That's a big win right there. You're able to train. So you're not gonna be able to train if you fucking get injured. So make sure you tap. So this is the one I want to talk about the most. Rolling hard 24/7. If you roll like a baboon 24/7, 365, you're just subject to injury. And another thing too about like I want to discuss about rolling hard 24/7 is not only are you going to hurt your body possibly, you're also just hurting your jiu-jitsu. And what I mean by that is you're not really going to have a lot of you know, you're not really going to know what you're doing right and wrong whenever you're going a million miles per hour. And it's just like, dude, there's like no point of doing it. And sometimes people don't even know they're rolling hard 24/7. So you gotta let these guys know. It's like, hey man, you're attacking me like I just took your lunch money. You gotta chill out. So you gotta let these guys know sometimes that, they're being crazy or just don't roll with them. Um, the percentage I would recommend that you roll at is 60% to 75%. The reason why I say this is because this is going to take less tear on your body. And also, like I said before, you're able to be technical in this percentage and just kind of like slow things down and think about what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. This is what I prefer to roll at most of the time. Obviously, I roll hard still, but not as much as these guys. These guys are crazy, you know. Be careful. So yeah, I would recommend this percentage. Obviously, you need to throw in a hard round every once in a while, but you know. Number three, resting, resting on the mats and off the mats. Off the mats, man, you gotta make sure you take rest days, and you also gotta make sure to um, get good sleep. And even if you don't want to take a rest day, I don't think there's anything wrong with you not taking rest days per se, but you gotta slow down your training. Just kind of piggybacking off of this, maybe flow with somebody and just take it easy and rest. And on the mats, if you just had a hard round, for instance, I don't see any issue with you sitting on the cuck wall and taking a rest round. Some people are like, oh, you're waiting until everyone else gets tired and you're gonna go beat up on these people. No, dude, just like I need to chill so I don't hurt myself. So, sometimes you can take a rest round in between, and I don't see any issues with that. Sometimes you don't have control of it. You don't have control of it. If you're doing like a competition class and you guys are just rolling, 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 rolling. But if you have a choice, man, I don't think there's any issues with you taking a rest round at all. And this is another short one I'm going to talk about. Uh, it's kind of obvious too. Rolling with idiots. And who am I talking about? I'm talking about these guys right here. Dude, you got to pick and choose your battles because there's a lot of idiots in the sport. I know a lot of them. And I make sure that I'm safe when I'm rolling with these guys because They treat me like I'm Batman and they're Bane, and they want to pick me up and they want to slam me right on their knee and break my back. You know, you got to be careful with these guys. You got to treat them like they're babies almost. And you got to let them know, it's like, hey, you got to slow down. If they don't slow down, just don't roll with them. Uh, I would just, I would try to avoid these dudes if they don't change or anything like that. Just, I can't stand these guys sometimes. Like people that's just like, like, they don't got a lot of things going on in their head, and they just like they're caveman. They just want to, they just like, I want to go. It's like, no, dude, chill. It's okay. So I would just avoid idiots on the mats and pick and choose your battles as much as you can. If you're a white belt and if you're a free trial dude, man, I'm just gonna say watch out for those one stripe white belts because they're looking like looking at you like you're fresh meat. Like you're just like, dude, I've been getting my ass kicked for 2 months now, and now this guy comes in. I'm ready. I'm ready, dog. I'm ready to get my first submission, dude. You know, beginner, first free trial class, you can go with purple belts, black belts, brown belts, some blue belts, but even white belts too. I'm not saying all white belts are idiots, but there's definitely a bigger percentage of white belts that are idiots than there are black belts who are idiots. So I'm just gonna point that out. So be careful of dummies on the mats. And don't be a dummy. Make sure you tap early. Don't roll hard 24/7. Take resting if you need it, and avoid other idiots as well. And that's it, y'all. Thank you for watching.